Hey, thanks for joining me today. I wanted to talk about family and how sometimes, even though we love our family deeply, or some of us may not be in a very fortunate situation with their family, either way, you end up running into a moment where you are so excited about your new path, your new journey, and your new passion, and you just want to share it with everybody. But not everybody is seeing life the way you are. Not everybody has the understanding that you do. Not everybody is willing to have an open mind about stuff like spirituality. And it can make it really challenging. And for a lot of people, it can make them stop doing it altogether. So I just kind of wanted to share my experience with what I've gone through with my family, with what I've chosen to do with my life. And as you could probably guess, it hasn't been butterflies and rainbows, but I'm still just doing my own thing, and those that will agree will be there to support me, and those that don't, I mean, they're still there, but I get to choose whether or not I am going to soak that in. I mean, again, I know I've mentioned in a few other videos, I am an extreme empath. List off all the characteristics, I'm all of it. And my family doesn't really have to say what they really think, because I feel what they're thinking. But I mean, none of them really hold back anyways. But I mean, I just had a conversation with one of my family members, and they were just asking a lot of questions, not because they're trying to put me down, but just because they're trying to see it the way I see it. They're trying to talk me into doing something more traditional, so I have more of a safety net, something that is more stable for myself and my family. And they aren't understanding how I'm seeing it. The way I explained it is that if I had taken a job that they referred me to, which I got the job, I did, I had that opportunity, and I was about to take it, and I realized that if I took it, I would step up in terms of stability, and I wouldn't really have to worry about stuff as much as far as just financially, and also with my family kind of bugging me about it a little bit. But I would have been up there, but then I would have stayed right there. I would have just coasted along until something else in life made my life change. And that's really what happens until we become aware of things. We get stuck into one thing and we just settle for it, and we don't strive to do anything more with it, even though we kind of want to. We just have that fear holding us back. And then something in life comes along and it makes us change. So like, if we have a stable job and we're really, really secure there, we don't want to leave, we can see ourselves there for the rest of our lives, that's where we're going to retire. So you're working hard every single day, and then your boss pulls you into the office and says that they have to cut down on employees, and they lay you off. Comes totally out of left field. You have no idea what to do. Your whole life has just been thrown upside down, and that's life making you change, making you grow, making your environment expand and give you more opportunities that you've been missing out on for so long. So for me, when I look at getting that stable job, I don't want to get it and then just coast along until something else happens or something else works out. I want to make things happen. I know what I want. I know what I have to do to get there. And if I have to do a part-time job and just make it work, I'm going to. Because that's where my heart is. I don't want to feel like I'm in a prison going to a full-time job just so I can say that I made it and I can pay all my bills and I don't have any stress, because that's kind of a lie. Oh, that's Bagheera. So it does get very challenging when you kind of have to say it over and over again. And I mean, even before that, I didn't want to tell my family anything about it. And the problem with that is that I needed to build a platform for this. So I kind of had to put myself out there to everybody. And I took it one step further, and because I was so nervous, I made myself take my first video and put it onto my private Facebook page with all of my family. And it helped kind of push me past the fear because I didn't have another choice. But it got a lot of reactions in a very short amount of time, which was overwhelming. So if you're doing this, I would suggest probably not doing that unless that's how you feel you're gonna just push yourself through it, you know, instead of just kind of beating around the bush and tiptoeing your way around it. I mean, for me, it helped, and I ended up growing more from it. Because again, in every situation, I find something to learn from. So it was a heavier lesson to learn in my heart, just because I knew my family wasn't really understanding it, but just kind of getting it all at the same time was a lot. But everybody kind of has that fear, and it is scary. And it stopped me from doing a lot, because I mean, a lot of it they probably weren't even thinking. A lot of it was probably just in my head, like, oh, well, what are people gonna think about me? They've never seen this side of me. Like, what if I say something that they don't agree with? They ask me a lot of questions. I'm still learning. What am I gonna do? It's never ending. If you feed into that, you're always going to give yourself more reasons to be scared and to not do it. So just, if you feel that this is your calling, or you're just putting yourself out there, starting your own business, or growing more spiritually, or really anything that you love, that you feel like your environment, your community, your family, your friends are not supportive of, don't let them hold you back. They are going to, if they're really there for you, eventually they'll come around, and they'll still be there to support you and love you and lift you up. And the ones that kind of fade out of your life, I mean, were they ever really true friends? I mean, it has its pros and cons. I'm not saying that people leaving your life will be easy, but that's another thing that you're gonna have to grow through. Because if somebody isn't aligned with you, you can put yourself out there, and then they'll kind of exit on their own, and you'll see that and hurt. Or you can keep everything inside, you won't share anything, but because you're still not aligned with that person, life will happen. And just like that nice job that you pictured yourself at for the rest of your life and you got laid off, if you're not aligned with something, life is going to push it out of your life one way or another. So you can either have full control and take the reins on your life and just make shit happen from your heart, regardless of all the judgment that you're going to get, or you can let life make all the crazy decisions for you that ends up making the same results in the end. It just takes a little bit more time. It's not easy. I know that. But it gets easier. So keep going. I hope this helped. If you need any more support and guidance, hit the subscribe button. I post 3 times a week. Usually it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sometimes I'll put out a bonus video. I also have my Instagram page and my Facebook page being the Radiant Sun. There's stories on there as well. So if you need some more of the inspiration, follow. I put it all out there for you. You know, I know this shit ain't easy. So we all kind of have to be there for each other. But I hope you have a lovely night or a day, whatever time you're seeing this. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video.